fiercest.
This is the super fight right here.
Most anticipated.
War now.
War in the Octagon.
The immortal. Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
In what could be the fight of the year.
And I believe it will not disappoint.
UFC Fight Night, tomorrow 6 Eastern on Fox.
UFC fans, it's great to be back in San Jose as we welcome you to the official weigh-ins for UFC Fight Night. Lawler versus Brown. Tomorrow night, 8 in the East, 5 in the West, only on Fox. Destructive welterweights collide as ruthless Robbie Lawler, who has finished 19 of his 23 career wins by knockout, battles Matt Brown, winner of 7 straight in the Octagon, 6 by dynamic finish. Also on Fox, Anthony Rumble Johnson, who returned to the UFC as a light heavyweight, impressively beating Phil Davis, fights Little Nog. Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, who is once again healthy and determined to make his run for a UFC championship. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC Fight Night underway, here is Joe Rogan.
San Jose, what's happening, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Vanessa Hansen, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White, without him, none of this would be possible. Joe Silva, best matchmaker on the planet Earth. And Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. We have a fantastic lineup for you, ladies and gentlemen. And we will kick things off in the featherweight division. Steven Siler versus Nohan Mohan. Next, we move to the lightweight division. Akbar Ariola versus Thiago Trader. For Thiago. And his opponent, Akbar Ariola. $55.5 for Mr. Ariola. Thiago Trader and Akbar Ariola, all live on Fight Pass, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the UFC on Fox prelims. The first fight takes place in the featherweight division. Mike De La Torre versus Brian Ortega. $45.5. And his opponent, Mike De La Torre. Fox, ladies and gentlemen, Mike De La Torre and Brian Ortega. Next, we move to the welterweight division. Hernani Perpetua versus Tim the Dirty Bird Means. Mr. Means. And his opponent, Hernani Perpetuo. And Hernani Perpetuo. Next we move to the light heavyweight division. Kyle Kingsbury versus Patrick Cummins. For Mr. Cummins. And his opponent, Kyle Kingsbury. Mr. Kingsbury. Pat Cummins and Kyle Kingsbury, ladies and gentlemen. Next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Darren Cruikshank versus Jorge Masvidal. On the scale, Jorge 155 and a half. And his opponent, Darren, Detroit superstar, Cruikshank. Five and a half. That is an outstanding fight, ladies and gentlemen. Jorge Masvidal and Darren Cruikshank. Next, we move on to the main card, live on Fox. We kick things off in the lightweight division. Josh the Punk Thompson versus King Bobby Green. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Thompson and Bobby Green. The next fight takes place in the featherweight division. Clay, the Carpenter Guida versus Dennis, the Menace Muse. closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
It's not always just about who's the strongest and the fastest. It's about who can push themselves the furthest. So you have to risk going too far to see how far you can actually go. That's one of the awesome things about the sport is you see the deepest inner workings of yourself. It all comes out at some point. Because if you fight long enough, everybody's going to find out who you are.
That's a ferocious individual. Oh my! That's it!
It is all over!
When you talk about Matt Brown's aggression.
Oh my God! Matt Brown has done it again! One of the greatest fights in UFC history!
Wow! Yeah, he is an animal.
Matt Brown's a really good fighter. He's mentally strong. He puts a lot of pressure on fighters. He looks to break fighters and he looks to wear them down and beat them up. So I need to go out there and beat him up start to finish. Just fighting the way I always fight.
Oh! He rocked it! That's it. Wow! Ruthless Robbie Lawler! Robbie Lawler versus Matt Brown is a fight where two of the most vicious, aggressive, and dominating welterweights in the world today are going to go head-to-head. The winner is going to be the #1 contender and will next face Johnny Hendricks for the UFC welterweight title. This fight is what championship mixed martial arts is all about. The best of the best fighting each other for a shot at the world title. It doesn't get any better than this.
I bring it all at all times. I want to knock people out. I want to stop people. I want to get in their face, so I don't need to do all the trash talking. I try to do it with my fists, my knees, and my feet.
Oh my! What a left hand!
We both, I think, have essentially the same goal in a fight. We're trying to knock the other guy out. We're trying to make the other guy break. We're not looking to point fight. We're looking to put a hurting on the opponent.
I just need to go in there against Brown and show the world what I'm capable of, and I don't need to see what he can do. He's going to see what I do.
I don't care what he thinks. I don't think I can be beat by anybody in the world.
He's out! Oh my!
I can't wait for this fight, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing first, Matt the Immortal Brown. And his opponent, Ruthless Robbie Lawler. From Mr. Lawler. Matt Brown versus Robbie Lawler, ladies and gentlemen, for the #1 contender position. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you very much.
The fiercest,
This is the super fight right here.
most anticipated
War now!
war in the octagon.
The Immortal Brown!